Hello, how you doing? James T here, and welcome to my channel. Today we're going to talk about the Sturgis Motorcycle Rally. It's coming quick. This is already May and it's in August, so I hope you've gotten prepared for it. But before we get into our topic of the day, check this out. Okay, welcome back. Go big or go home, right? That's what I always say. Anyway, the topic of the day, Sturgis Motorcycle Rally. Is it for you if you are a person of color? Okay, first and foremost, the Sturgis Motorcycle Rally is for everyone, no matter race, creed, or color. Bottom line, this is America. You can basically go where you please, okay? That's first and foremost. However, if you are a person of color, you may run into a bit of culture shock with the music that's there. Sometimes how you'll be greeted by some of the people. Not typically the vendors. The vendors are only concerned about money. They're not usually a problem. However, the locals can be, and there's some of the other personnel that attend the Sturgis Rally. Now, I've been going to the rally since 2000, and I'm going to show you my vest. You know what? Before I show you my vest, I first want to share with you a short segment from the history of the chopper with Sugar Bear. It's from July the 24th, 2008, and it was Sugar Bear segment. The history of the chopper. Check this out.
You were either told or you got the feeling that you weren't wanted. My uncle went to Daytona and he stopped by the side of the road to check his bike and he heard this popping noise. He thought it was a car backfiring. And when he stood up, his foot was warm. He looked down, he'd been shot in the foot by a passing car. So when things like that happen to you, you tend not to go places like that. I've been to Daytona once. I went in 2004 for the first time. I'm going to Sturgis in 2005 for my second time.
I don't think there's a color barrier.
No, I don't think that
we like to attend the events. They can attend the events.
We don't even talk about that.
Everybody takes their own viewpoints towards things, and there are a lot of people who will not tell you that there was prejudice because that would mean that they recognized it and they did nothing about it. So, and these people probably don't want to be associated with that at this time.
Yeah, Sugar Bear said a whole lot in that small statement there. A whole lot. Let me show you my vest. Here's my vest. I've had it for a long time. As you can see, my first year Sturgis was 2000, and I've been going every year since then. I've missed a couple of years, but I've been going ever since 2000. Sturgis is a ride that I really enjoy, especially going from here to there. San Diego to Sturgis, South Dakota. As you can see, I've been going a long time. Now, when I go to Sturgis, I typically stay in Belle Fourche. That's how the locals pronounce it. It doesn't have the accent over the E's, so you don't say Belle Fourche. It is actually Belle Fourche, and most locals just call it Belle. I got very fortunate, and I got in touch with someone who rented me a room for the week, and I stayed in Belle. Now, when I first got to Sturgis, I went to Belle, and they had a Hardee's. And I hadn't seen a Hardee's in years. We used to have one in Palo Alto, but it's gone. So I wanted to go to Hardee's, get a burger. As I walked into Hardee's, man, you could have heard a pin drop. It seemed like everything came to a stop and everyone turned and looked at me. I paid it no attention. I went and got my burger. I sat down and I ate my food. but I did get quite a few looks. And it did make me feel a bit uneasy. But I'm not easily intimidated. So I ate my burger, I got up, got on my bike, and I split. Had a good time. Still, the food was good. I enjoyed it. And in the following year, year 2000, I went to Sturgis with a buddy of mine, and which was unusual because I usually ride by myself. But this year, a buddy said he wanted to go, so it was cool. So we rode to Sturgis, and as we were coming out of the Knuckle Saloon, there were a couple of cats in front of us, and they looked back, and one of the guys said, "Damn it, man, now the niggers are coming." And my friend got a bit upset. "Man, did you hear that?" I heard it. They made sure that we heard it. And I'm looking around like this. He said, "What are you looking for?" "I'm trying to find the nigger, because that's not what I go by." So he was packing. But I said, "Hey, man, this is the ignorant. Just consider the source. Don't have any time for any ignorance." Now, if you are a person of color, you may experience a culture shock. I can't too much speak for if you're Hispanic or Filipino or Asian, but I can speak for a lot of blacks in terms of the music that you're going to hear. Won't be any R&B, won't be any rap unless you hear it on someone's motorcycle. Sometime going down Main Street, Sturgis, you may hear a radio station and they may play some Delphonics, some Temptations, or something like that. It's an old R&B, but typically you won't hear any R&B. You're going to hear a lot of rock and roll, old school rock, which I think is good stuff. Personally, you're going to hear some rockabilly, and you're going to hear some country. But like Ray Charles says, I like country. It tells a good story. Everybody likes a good story. So I think the music is great. I typically go to the Buffalo Chip for a concert. Again, I got a lot of looks. It's a lot of rock and roll. I think one particular night I went to see ZZ Top. It was great. It's a good concert. I like ZZ Top. And I got my share of looks again. As if they were saying, "Why am I here?" The hell, man, it's a concert. I like ZZ Top. And I like the rally. So I'm enjoying myself. But yeah, I still got my looks. And I ride my motorcycle into the concert. So I was sitting on my bike. I would get off my bike to go to the bathroom. And like I could feel eyes on me. I could only feel them. I could see people looking at me as I would walk to the bathroom. You cannot be easily intimidated if you're going to go to Sturgis, if you're a person of color. Because if you are easily intimidated, then one, you're not going to enjoy yourself. You're not going to have any fun. So the idea is to ride to Sturgis, ride through the Black Hills, see the monuments. I'm not going to list them all because they're too numerous to name here in this particular video, but see the monuments, ride through the Black Hills. You ride to Sturgis so you can do more riding. Sounds like an oxymoron, doesn't it? But it works. It's a phenomenal place to ride. I love it dearly. The other thing about Sturgis, I've been asked, well, there are motorcycle clubs there. Yeah, there are motorcycle clubs there, all types. The Hells Angels, they do come. I think they have a clubhouse there. The Mongols, I've seen them there. I've seen the Bandidos there. But I've been asked, do they bother? No, man, those clubs are there to enjoy the rally just as much as anyone else. They're not there trying to cause any trouble. They don't want any trouble. So they're just enjoying themselves too. You give them respect, they're going to respect you. Everybody's riding motorcycles. You ride in two wheels, you're welcome. I saw a video where someone was saying that it was bullshit that if you rode something other than a Harley Davidson to the Sturgis Rally, that your bike would be taken from you and torn apart and hung in the tree. Well, that person's right. That is true to this day. But initially it wasn't true. I've heard about Sturgis since I was 12 years old. And initially, if you rode something other than a Harley Davidson, your bike would be confiscated and destroyed. That doesn't particularly happen anymore. One more thing about Sturgis Motorcycle Rally. It's a lot different now than it was in 2000. In 2000, I'm going to say that was the last wild year. I literally, not figuratively, but literally saw people getting down behind dumpsters. Not on Main Street, but right off of Lozelle. It was wild, man, I tell you. I mean, they were getting down, they were doing the thing. And I thought, wow, okay, this is cool. Main Street Sturgis doesn't look today like it did in 2000. It's a lot more refined now. There are a lot more police officers now. If you fart too loud and you get a 10 decibel fart, you're liable to get arrested. A lot of police officers. In 2000, it wasn't that many police officers. They've really upped the ante on the police officers. Not necessarily a bad thing. And they're watching too. If you walk out of an establishment with a drink in your hand, you're going to get arrested. No matter what color you are. You're going to get pulled over, you're going to get arrested, your bike confiscated, and you're going to have to pay the fine while you're there. So, yeah, that's across the board. I enjoy Sturgis. I have a great time there. I stay in Bell. I have a friend there that gives me a room every year. I can't do that camping thing. I'm too old for that. But if you're going to go to Sturgis, it doesn't matter if you're a person of color. Have fun. Enjoy yourself. Don't be easily intimidated, because this is America. Ride your bike. Respect others. Hopefully they'll respect you too. So this is James T. I want to thank you for watching my video today. Give a big like sign at the bottom, all right? And I'm going to have more videos coming. My next video is going to be preparing for Sturgis. How I pack for Sturgis. Okay? You take care of yourselves and take care of each other. Later.